Well, it's day one, and I gotta tell you what day it was. We have been working super hard today, and we have, really been trying to do as much as we can. And I want to share the progress that we've made and what we've been doing on Mia's first day here at Autism Partnership. So, as we talked about last week, one of our biggest challenges or things we want to try to help Mia with is her responsiveness. And so we focused on that a lot today. And what we began the day doing is really starting to teach her about the relationships between the work that we'd like her to do, the fact that she can do what she would like to do if she can, follow what we want her to be doing. So this is a video from the very early morning this morning, and you'll see we have some things she likes to do. There's some squirty bottle with some water in it that she likes, and we're getting her to do a very simple task, which is to get a brick and put it in a bucket. This may not be really something she really loves to do, but it's not something difficult either. And we want her to understand that when she puts the brick in the bucket, she can have the toy that she likes to play with. You can see she probably doesn't really understand it in that previous video, because when she's put the brick in the bucket, she actually goes to play with the bell and not actually the toy we thought she might want to play with. So it's not great. Here's another video of maybe a little bit later in the day where she can demonstrate she really understands. And you can tell she understands because after she's put the brick in, she goes straight to get the toy she wants to play. We want to try to increase her patience a little and also get her to start coming over to the work area. So we've introduced a bell that we ring to make it really clear to her that it's time to finish the things that she's really enjoying playing and to come over to do a little bit of work with us. Now the work she's got to do is still putting some bricks in a bucket, so super simple, but now there's 2 bricks. So she has to stay a little bit longer on the chair and listen to the therapist for a little bit longer period of time and understand there's a bit more work to do before she can go and do some fun things that she'd like to do. You'll notice in this video, she's really quite good at understanding all of those things at this point. Now, we also start to do some other kinds of tasks with her because just putting bricks in buckets is not the most interesting, fun task. We want to also see if she's able to do some other things today. So we also did some body imitation, meaning that we do something with our bodies to have her copy what we do. This is a super important task in the beginning because we want her to be paying attention to the teacher, to look at what the therapist is doing. It's also a very important precursor for language and speech. That if you can do this and do this and do this, you can probably do this, or say ball. So we're going to be targeting this a lot this week, and you can see she was able to clap her hands today. We also did some other tasks with some other manipulatives. Like you can see in this one, she's shaking some maracas as the task. Towards the end of the day, we start working on more of her imitation skills and her attention. Okay, so you'll see in this video there's 2 buckets and then the brick. She's got to watch now. It's not just put the brick in the bucket, it's watch the therapist and see which bucket does she put it in. Might be this one, might be that one. I like this video a lot because she's much more patient in the process at this point in time. She doesn't get fussy or try to run away. The therapist, has to direct her. She gets it wrong in the beginning. And I love that when she gets it wrong, she actually pays a bit more attention to see, oh, what does the therapist want me to do? So she's learning through feedback, which I think is great. So it's a simple task, but it requires a bit more skill at this point.
好犀利喎！今次好快喎，跟我做喎。哎呦，唔係喎，睇清楚啦。做呢個喎，係啦，咁樣咧，叻女等等先，停，做呢個啦，係 係啦，我心急啊，係咪啊？
Lastly, also to work on attention, we put a few different things on the table. There's some hoops, there's some bricks, there's some maracas. These are things we taught her how to do today. And now she has to look and watch the therapist to see, right, which one is the therapist going to do first? Is it to put the bricks, or is it the maracas or the poles? And she's also got 3 things now she's got to do. So she's got to be way more patient, much more attentive to what's going on in the session. And you can see her response is really quite good.
過嚟啊！ 係喎，叻喎，幫下你先，做呢個，好叻喎，呢個咧，好犀利啊！等呢個，耶，好犀利啊！
So we are super happy with today's progress. We feel like we've really made some great things happen today. To see her be so much more responsive to us. I mean, she is going to sleep well tonight because she has worked so hard today. But she's been a gem. We didn't have any major tantrums or upsets. She was really happy with the process. We've been really happy to see what she was able to achieve today. So tune in tomorrow, more of the same. Let's see what we can get done. So I'll see you tomorrow for day 2.